Apryldenyse, and I am back with another video. I don't know why I just did all of that, but yeah, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get this lights right. Whatever. But yeah, y'all. So I'm back with another video. Today's topic is going to be about Summer Walker. I know you guys probably have heard a lot about her, what's been going on with her, and if you don't know, I would definitely catch you up and put some screenshot stuff on the screen, to kind of give you an idea of what's exactly going on. But yeah, so pretty much a couple days ago, I guess she kind of posted on Instagram saying how her fans, or just the world in general, don't deserve her, and she's not about to change who she is for anyone, pretty much. Like, y'all can have all the fake stuff, she gonna be who she is regardless of how much money she make and what she do, which is, to me, a good thing. You know, no matter what you do, how much money you make, you're supposed to be humble and stay who you are. And I guess just because she don't dress the way other people dress, she don't look the way other people look, it's a problem. And you know, which is kind of crazy in the industry, or just in the world in general. Like, you have to look a certain way just to appeal a certain audience. And to me, it goes hand in hand, you know, like how they say, you are your brand, and you know, you're supposed to look the part. But I kind of feel like she's in the music industry, and it's a little bit more, it's not like a 9-to-5 job where you have to go wearing a suit and tie or a dress. It's more of a chill, so you can wear whatever you want to wear, you know, do whatever you want to do. You are there to just perform and be an artist, you know. Like, as far as your clothing go, yeah, be presentable, and I feel like she is presentable, but I feel like people are being a little extra when it comes to saying that she needs to change her appearance and stuff like that. So it was a lot of controversy about that, and she was saying she saying she would finish her tour, but after that she kind of wanted to take a step back, which I completely understand. And you know, when someone isn't ready for that kind of pressure and fame and everything, it can get a little overwhelming. So I feel as though if she needs to take a step back and just focus on her and who she is, then by any means do that. And that's with any job or anything. If you feel that you need to take a step back from that person or whatever it is, do so, because your mental space and your mental clarity is more important than the money. Is more important than the fame, and that's just how I feel about that. So if you see me looking down again, it's because I have notes here just so I can remember what to say and some key topics that I need to hit. So pretty much after that video she posted, she went ahead and maybe like a couple of days later, a day later, I'm not really sure the time frame to be exact, she went ahead and posted another video.
I just want to say that I really appreciate anyone who genuinely loves my music, plays the fuck out of my music, comes to the shows, comes to the meet and greets, supports me, and really love and accept and respect my my personality. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to finish this tour because it doesn't really coexist with my social anxiety and my introverted personality. But I really hope that people understand and respect that at the end of the day, I'm a person. I have feelings. You know, I get tired. I get sad. And it's just a lot. And so I don't want to lose myself for someone else. I want to give y'all what I can. So I'm going to keep making music, and I'm going to do a few shows, but I can't finish.
And she just didn't feel like herself anymore, and she didn't want to continue her tour, and that she, instead of continuing her tour, she was going to take a step back and focus on her and her mental health. And I guess she has social anxiety, and from someone who deals with anxiety, I totally understand where she is coming from. I can say I have a little social anxiety, but I wouldn't say it's full on. I know I can be shy at times, especially if I don't know the person. Of course, I'm a little reserved because I'm getting a feel for that person. But I feel as though once I know you pretty well, I definitely tend to come out of my shell a lot more. But for her, she has social anxiety, and a lot of people are bashing her because she decided to cancel her tour. Now, like I said previously, if it's getting to the point where you feel as though you need to take a step back, by any means do so, because again, your mental health is important. You cannot function without thinking clearly or being in the right mind space. You just can't do it. It's just not possible. Like, no one. So for her to cancel her tour and basically focus on herself and work on herself, I feel as though there's nothing wrong with that. And she's getting a lot of backlash because she decided to do so. And it's kind of like, okay, well, when she started doing all this crazy stuff, or when she started lashing out, or when she started just doing stuff that she do when she's tired and just overwhelmed, then y'all gonna be talking about, oh, well, Summer Walker this and Summer Walker that. But it's like, okay, well, she told y'all that she's in this space mentally and she need basically to take time for herself, and y'all just kind of looking over it. And it's kind of annoying in a way, because even with me having anxiety, it's kind of annoying because I feel like people take the way you feel, the way you think, just everything. I feel like they look at it as a joke, and I kind of feel like it's so underrated. Like, it is so underrated, because a lot of people lose their lives over anxiety or depression, and it's kind of like nobody cares until something bad happens. And it's kind of, it's like annoying to me, because we can prevent this, you know. Like, I feel like everybody who's like backlashing her can simply like give words of encouragement instead of like bringing down another woman or person for that matter. It's like, because if you was in that position, you would want that same empathy. And it's kind of like, y'all, it's just like, for some reason, this world have no remorse or no empathy, just nothing. Like, unless it's them, then of course. And it's just like, you want the music, you want this, you want that. But it's like when they're telling you like, oh, I need, take a step back, I need to focus on me, I need help, and it's a problem. And it's like, you are looked down for speaking your feelings and telling people how you feel versus holding it in. There's so many rappers and artists in general, music stars, just hold that in. A lot of them deal with anxiety and depression. They hold it in, they harm themselves, they deal with it with drugs, or just whatever reason they cope with. Or even sometimes they even kill themselves. And it's like, this woman is telling y'all, I need to take a step back, and y'all bashing her for doing it. It's like a double standard. And I guess I'll just never get it, especially because I'm someone who have anxiety, so I just don't get it. And I definitely applaud her for doing it. I definitely commend anyone, if you are in that position, to definitely take a step back and focus on you, get to know you. Self-care is like so important, and it's like the older I get, the more I understand and the more I realize why and how self-care is important, because no one is going to take care of you the way you do. And that's rule number one, and she knows that. And for her to take a step back and just be like, okay, I'm going to do this for me, because I cannot perform, I cannot be my best self if I don't. And then with her and just the social anxiety in general, I get it. Like, a lot of people don't like being around, you know, a lot of people, especially at one time. It kind of makes you nervous. And guys, we don't know what she's been through in her past that, excuse me, that have caused this. So it's kind of like y'all bashing her for having this social anxiety, but you don't know what caused it. Like, you don't know the root of it. And then a lot of people are bashing her. Again, she had made this video of her dancing on her boyfriend London. And a lot of people are bashing her like, oh, or you don't seem like your social anxiety is that bad, like you're dancing on your boyfriend. It's like, what the fuck? Like, excuse my language, but it's just like, obviously she's very comfortable with this man. This is somebody who she probably go to sleep with every night and wake up to every morning. Just like I said, you act who you are or who you want to be around certain people. And if you don't really know this person, of course you're not going to be too like open with them. So it's like annoying because how you gonna tell her how to act in front of her boyfriend? It's her boyfriend. It's her man. Like, it's confusing. And now they're like talking about her and saying like, oh, well, it can't be that bad because you're doing this, or it can't be that bad because you're doing that. And it's like, when you have anxiety, you are allowed to have a life. You are allowed to love. You are allowed to even wake up and feel completely fine and go to sleep completely fine and have a normal day. But then the next day, something triggers your anxiety. And it's a different day. Like, it's up and down. Like, some days you good, some days you not. Some weeks you good, some months you not. Like, it's the up and down kind of situation. Some days you can't get over it and you deal with it for months. And some days it's just sometimes it's just a thing that happens just for a few minutes. And for people to judge her and basically tear down another woman is kind of like, or just a woman in general, is kind of like, it shows a lot about the world and where their minds are. And like, I just feel like a lot of people just need to take a step back and just really, for one, focus on them, because you're worrying too much about another person, for one. Two, take a step back and just put yourself in her shoes if you wanted to think about it so much, and just kind of understand where she's coming from. Like, if it wasn't to me, I don't think she would have opened up about it if it wasn't serious. That's something, I mean, like, for goodness sake, she's an artist who's famous. Like, why would she open up about something like that, who a lot of people, or what a lot of people keep to themselves? I don't think she would have did it if it wasn't serious. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like she's definitely okay to have a life, and it's okay for her to do the things that she want to do and live the way she want to live and still have anxiety. If anything, I feel as though people should definitely be encouraging her and, you know, just helping her get through. This is definitely a time where a lot of people deal with depression, anxiety, and all of that. Like, this is the holidays. Like, we got Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. This is like, to me, this is the peak of it. People go through seasonal depression or anxiety, you know? So it's kind of like, people probably bashing and they probably deal with it themselves. And it's like annoying because people really try to tear down someone else to build themselves up. And it's like, no, baby, you need to go get you some help too. Like, if anything, just go get you some help. Because it's like, how is that even okay? How is it okay to tear down someone else and to make you feel better? And ultimately, you don't feel better, really. because it's a cycle. It's going to keep happening. It's like bullying, and it's kind of like, it's like we just need to grow up. This world, this black community just needs to grow up. Just need to really like, just need to really grow up. And it's kind of like, I'm over it at this point. Like, I'm over people looking over serious issues, especially because the other day I was on Facebook. I said I wasn't gonna make this video too long. But especially because I was on Facebook and I was reading a story about a nurse. I can't remember which state she was in, but she was pretty much dealing with depression and anxiety, and she really wasn't feeling herself for a while. She did take maybe like a few days off. She said she was just laying in bed. She was just going through, I guess, not feeling good enough. And you know, everybody goes through those things where you don't feel good enough. No matter how confident you are, I feel like a period in your life you have had that thought or felt that way. So pretty much she was feeling like that, and she was tired and drained from working those long hours. And I guess she just had got a promotion, and everyone at the job said she was doing good. She was doing good. I guess she was having troubles with her boyfriend or whatever. They have broken up, and maybe like a few days later, they found her at her family's house, like deceased, like she hung herself. And it's kind of like people don't pay attention to that kind of situation or those kind of symptoms, or if somebody is like, if somebody's telling you like, I need help, or I'm going through this. And I guess her family was aware, and her boyfriend was aware. I don't know if I think her job was aware too, and I'm sure they would have helped, you know. And sometimes you really, sometimes, you know, you want to help that person, but sometimes they may need some medical attention, you know. Sometimes you just need someone to pray for you, you know. So I just kind of feel like it definitely could have been prevented. It definitely could have, but at the same time, I just kind of feel like we just need to stop overlooking those kind of situations. We just need to stop overlooking a cry for help. Like we don't need. It's like, it's kind of like depression and anxiety right now. It's like taking over, because I've been hearing so many stories about it, and it's so scary. And especially with me, someone who deals with it, it's like so scary, because people will really talk about you and look down on you versus help you and build you and bring you up and let you know that everything is okay, and if you need them, they're there. It's like they will rather see you down than at your happiest. And it's kind of sad, you know, but I don't know. Again, I definitely feel like she was definitely right for doing what she needed to do and taking a step back and figuring things out for herself so she can be the best person for her, for her fans, for her family, for her boyfriend. Excuse me. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I just kind of wanted to get out my opinion of it and kind of like start an open discussion about how you feel about their Summer Walker situation. I definitely feel like I commend her, because a lot of people don't do it. Like a lot of, like I said, a lot of celebrities like still work and still try to manage what they're going through aside from everything else. And I just kind of feel like there's nothing wrong with it. And if you need to take some time for yourself, baby, do that. So I commend her again. Again, this is going to be an open topic, open discussion. So if you have any thoughts or opinions on the Summer Walker story, definitely comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will definitely have a few more videos, or a lot more videos actually, coming soon. A lot of challenges. I've got a few collabs coming up with some YouTubers, so definitely stay tuned with that. I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit instead of doing something like deep. Just switch it up and just have like an open discussion on something that's kind of in the media right now. And I hope that everyone have a good day. Night, whenever you're watching this, I hope that you have a good, whatever it is. Have a good, happy holiday. That's Thanksgiving is really around the corner, like next week. It really came by quick. But yeah, y'all. So definitely leave your opinions down below of how you feel about the Summer Walker situation. If you feel that she's faking, if you feel that it was needed. So just leave your comments down below. I'll definitely try to insert the her post that she posted, as well as the video, so you guys can see that as well. I meant to mention that earlier. But yes, that is pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, be blessed.